Hi, it's Bill. I thought I would go for a little walk outside here at my place today and just take you with me. It's May 23rd or 4th, I can't remember. It's Thursday. And as you can see, wall to wall blue sky. And just figured I'd take you for a little walk here with me today. It's up to about 70 right now. I think it's only about 11 o'clock in the morning, and just a beautiful day. And I've had kind of the Lyme roller coaster lately. Good days, sort of good days, never a good day. Sort of good days, sort of crappy days, and really crappy days. Yesterday was one of my better days, but I rested anyhow and just stayed in and didn't go anywhere. Today I decided it's so nice out that I want to go for a little walk, and there's another reason for my walk that I'll show you in a minute. Here in Pennsylvania in the springtime, there are wild things you can forage for in the woods, and I'm going to go look for some of them now. And one of them is morels, and another, which is sort of like a mushroom, and one of them is called ramps. I know there's some here for sure, so I'll show them in here in a minute. Now you will see weeds in woods, and I know some of you are probably freaking out right now. This hat is sprayed down, treated. I've got bug spray all around here. This shirt is treated with Sawyer's permethrin. See if I can show you. These pants are treated with Sawyer's permethrin. I've got the boots treated, the socks treated, and the socks pulled up over the pants. And I know everybody says it looks foolish, and I don't care, because I'd rather have a momentary time of looking foolish if somebody sees me than the alternative, which is getting Lyme or other infections from ticks, which I already have anyhow, but I don't want to get reinfected or infected with something else. That would not be good. So I figured I would explain that. I guess I could say I refuse to stop living my life and doing the things that I love to do, which anybody that knows me knows that I love the outdoors, and I love to spend time out doing stuff out in the outdoors. So I wished I would have known all of this years ago that I'm explaining to you now, how to prepare. There's things you can eat, there's supplements and herbs you can take also to kind of protect you from ticks. I won't get into all that right now. But getting treated clothes or treating them yourself with permethrin. And on my skin, you noticed I have short sleeve shirt on. I know everybody says don't do that, but my arms are slathered with bug spray too, and I know some people say, well, I don't want chemicals on my skin, and I'd rather have temporary chemicals on my skin than the alternative. When I get home, these clothes come off in the garage, stay in the garage. I have the clothes that I just changed out of, and what I will do is, what we're supposed to do. Oh, there's a squirrel. I don't know if you can see it. Just jumped off that tree right there. I will, check for ticks, jump in the shower. Anytime I come out into this kind of, weeds and woods, that the deer spend a lot of time in here. And, I try to take every precaution. As you can see, it was only a short walk from the house here to get in the woods. And it's just a beautiful day, and I just figured I got to come out and go for a little walk because I know there's ramps in here. See a couple here right now. I'll try to show you one. There's more over this way. There's some right here. It's kind of hard for me to selfie camera this. I don't know if you can see. It's hard for me to see what the camera's seeing. These are leaves right here. I'll try to pull one up. Sometimes you have to dig them up, but I'm trying to do this one-handed here. And okay, there's a couple of them. They look sort of like a small onion. They taste kind of half like onion and half like garlic, and I love them, and I'm gonna be taking a lot of them. I've already been eating them pretty much every day for about a week now, but I'm gonna try to pickle some of them and culture some of them, sort of like, you know, sauerkraut, to put up, and dehydrate some of them. So that's what I'm going to be doing here for a couple minutes. So I just figured I would show you that, and try to get to where you can see my face here without the sun. And well, maybe you can see these better. They're you can't smell them, I can. They call them wild leeks. We call them ramps here. It's a common name for them in Pennsylvania. A lot of people call them wild leeks, but to me they taste, you know how leeks are kind of a mild onion taste. I'd say these are a little stronger than that, but they also have a bunch of garlicky taste in them, so I love them. And you know, that's one thing I think I've heard people say, that if you eat a lot of garlic this time of year, the ticks don't like that smell. So hopefully that's another protection that I have for me today, because I've been eating these things every day for a week, and while they're still on, I want to get some of them before they get too strong when they get bigger. So that's all I'll show you for now, and I will check back in with you in a bit. Hi Bill again. I've been out here picking these ramps for about, I'd say about 15 or 20 minutes now, and just taking a break and sitting down for a little bit. In case you didn't notice, they logged this out back in the winter and spring, so there's lots of stumps and debris everywhere. You know, it is what it is. It's not our property, so it's actually the property adjoining. I'm probably just barely outside of our property, but this is all open for hunting or whatever. And as you can tell, I'm sweating pretty good here from you know, being in the sun and picking these things. And I don't know if I can get a selfie picture on this camera of them or not. As you can see, they're dirty. They need washed off when I get home. Get the dirt off of them and clean them all up. I got a couple pounds of them there. Last week when I came out, I think I got probably about 3 times that much. I think I got about 6 pounds last week. So they're starting to be hard to find because the leaves kind of come up. They're one of the first things that comes up in the spring, and then they die off, and then they send up another shoot with a flower on later, and so I'll be able to find them again then. But in the summertime, when you find them like that, they're extremely pungent. You'll probably get some complaints the next day after you eat them. These ones here are milder in the spring, and so far nobody's commented on my smell, but I just figured I would kind of take you along for a little walk here today, and just sitting here kind of enjoying being out in the nice weather here. As you can see, blue sky, and everything finally greened up here within the last week or so. All the leaves pretty much completely opened up. We had a long winter, and so it took a while for it to get green here in central Pennsylvania this year. So I will meander back home and clean these things up, and maybe I'll insert a picture of them here for you once I get them all cleaned up. Hi, Bill here. I just thought I would check in with you one more time. I got back from that little walk. I really only walked like over into those woods, over that way, barely into those woods, about 100 yards or so, so it wasn't that far. We're talking not even a quarter mile, but felt good to get out. As you can see, I'm sweating here, and you know, just came back, checked my arms for ticks. As you saw, as I showed you, I have the socks pulled over the pants deal, and this lighting's hard to show you. Okay, there we go. Boots that were treated, socks that were treated. I know I'm repeating myself, but I figured while I was doing this little walk today, I would also kind of make this a Lyme awareness thing too. You can't be too careful when it comes to ticks. I know we shouldn't be paranoid about it, but we have to still be thinking about it. So I thought I would just talk about that today while I was taking you for this little walk out here today. That tasted like bug spray. Yeah, I thought I would you know, just explain that, you know, and kind of include this as sort of a Lyme awareness video here, just to do all we can, you know, to minimize the chances of getting bit by ticks or, you know, other biting insects. So these clothes are going to be coming off in the garage there, and you know, I basically go straight to the shower and you know, wash off good to make sure any ticks that might be on me. I doubt there is, because I got so much stuff on, but just in case, I don't take any chances. And you know, I think a lot of people don't think about it. They just kind of casually go out, you know, even if you just go out to a baseball game, you know, like where there's grass, or you know, golfing, or you know, just whatever, out walking around, hiking, even out you know, sitting in your yard and feeding the birds there. You know, every time I walk over to that bird feeder, I'm checking myself afterwards, or wearing something that's sprayed down. Again, like I said, I don't want to be fearful. I want to, you know, be thinking about it, but I also want to you know, live my life and do the things I want to do in the outdoors. So I just thought I would explain that to you. And I am going to finish up cleaning up these ramps here, and I will maybe post a picture in here of them, what they look like when they're all cleaned up. So hope to see you all soon. While I was on the subject, I thought I would show you one more quick little thing. My son was somewhere the other day and sent me a picture, and he said, "Dad, is this Japanese knotweed?" And I said, "Yes, it is." So we went and dug up a whole bunch of that a few days ago, and I'm kind of cleaning it, soaking it, and getting it cleaned up to dry it out and make tinctures out of it. So that was another cool find this spring, because I've been paying like 25 bucks a pound for that stuff after it's dried. So that's definitely good to find that, because I'm using that on an ongoing basis for part of my Lyme treatment. So just thought I would stick that little clip in there for you, showing that. I'm excited about that. So I'll see you soon.